When looking online for local businesses, just like you, 97% of customers read and are swayed by online reviews. So getting online reviews is such an important part of getting new customers for your business. The one problem, even if you have a fantastic experience with a company, customers just aren't that good at going online and taking time out to leave you a review. So what you need is a proactive strategy for turning happy customers into online reviews. In this video, we'll show you how.
Marketing tools that win you more work. Digitool.
Getting reviews is an inexpensive, effective way of getting new customers and building brand trust. If you already have lots of fantastic reviews, well done, but your work isn't over either, because 73% of customers say that reviews that are more than 3 months old just aren't relevant anymore. So what you need is a strategy to constantly be getting new glowing reviews about your business. In this video, I'm going to give you that strategy. Stick around till the end as well, because I've got a little goodie for you that's going to save you some time and get you even more reviews. So stick around till the end for that. Now let's talk strategy. First, you need to be online. You need to make sure that your business is registered on all of the relevant review platforms. Google's review platform, Google My Business, is an absolute must. Make sure you've registered yourself there. If you haven't got a Google My Business listing, we've got a video that explains really easily how to. I'll pop the video in the description below. You also want to register yourself on all the other review platforms. Facebook and Yelp, they're really effective ones. But also look at what else is relevant for your industry. There's usually niche platforms for every single industry. So start to do some research and see where you need to be registered. Also, there's usually review platforms for specific cities. So see if your local area has some and get yourself registered on them. Okay, now that you're registered on them all, what I want you to do is choose just a few that you're going to focus on for getting positive reviews. I think it's really important to be registered on everywhere so that people can leave you reviews there. But don't try and get 1 or 2 reviews on every platform. That's going to dilute your credibility. Instead, choose 2 or 3 that you're going to focus on to get great reviews. I strongly recommend Google My Business being one of the platforms that you choose to promote. Reason being is that Google reviews have merged with Google Maps. So if you're getting loads of positive reviews, your map listing is much more likely to be shown on the first page of Google, which is great when people are looking for your business on Google. I've already seen in the last couple of weeks Google incentivizing customers to leave reviews on business pages. That makes me think they're prioritizing reviews, meaning that it's going to become a really important factor for getting on that first page of Google, which is where we all want to be, right? So get some Google reviews. Now you've chose your few review platforms that you're going to promote. Let's make it super duper easy for your customers to find you on these platforms. The way we're going to do this is create a unique URL that's just for you, that when people click on it, they're going to come up to the page where they can leave you a 5-star review on your platforms. Now this is actually a little bit harder said than done, so what I'm going to do is switch over to my screen and show you how to create your own unique URL.
Okay, let's set up your unique review link. So the first one I'm going to help you set up is your Google review link, because as I mentioned, I think that's a really important one to have. So first thing I want you to do is Google the name of your business. Then if you've set up Google My Business, which you should have because you'll need for this, you should see your listing down the right hand side. We're going to scroll down and then hit the button Write a Review. Now 2 really important things. To do this, you're going to need to have an up-to-date Chrome browser. So make sure you've downloaded that, and you cannot have reviewed your business already. So either log in to a different Google account or delete your review so that you can do this. You can always add it again later. So once you've clicked that write a review button, you should see a pop-up screen that allows you to review the business. Now, the thing we're interested in is here at the top, this long URL. Now, what I want you to do is copy this and paste it into a blank document. Now you'll see a really long URL. This URL is your unique link so that people can easily find your Google page. So what you can see is this URL now, rather than someone having to find you, if they click onto it, it will automatically bring up that rate and review pop-up box. But we can do something even better than this to get more positive reviews. If we head to that document where we've pasted the review, here you should see at the very end of your review a little 3 and then 3 commas. What we're going to do is delete 2 of the commas and add a number 5. What has this done? Well, if we copy that into a browser, what we will now see is that not only does it bring up that pop-up box, but it pre-populates it with a 5-star rating. So that's going to really encourage people to give you them 5-star reviews. Okay, so now we have our great unique review link. I think the problem with it is that it's just too long. Customers are never going to remember to type all of that into Google, and you shouldn't expect them to. But what we can do is head to this website called Bitly. Here, when you create an account, you'll see a screen similar to this. And what we want to do is go on this orange button and create a bit link. So click on that, and you're going to paste that super long URL into there. What Bitly will do is they'll create a shortened URL that's way easier to remember. But we can do one more thing to make this even better. We can customize that URL. So you might want to put something like, I don't know, smile review or 5-star reviews. I don't know, whatever you want, so you can customize it there and make it relevant for your business. When you're happy with that, hit save. We can then copy that link and paste it into our blank document. Perfect. Now the next unique review link that we're going to get is your Facebook one. That's a little bit easier than Google. To do this, head to your professional Facebook business page, and down the left-hand side, go to the tab called Reviews. When we're there, you'll see that the URL at the top has changed. We're going to copy that, and again, we're going to paste that into Bitly. So create a new bit link and paste, and there you can customize your URL and save it. I'm going to copy that into my document, and you can do that same procedure for any of the review platforms that you're listed on. Copy the URL, paste it into Bitlink, and create a customized URL. The great thing about Bitly as well is it can track how many people have opened your link, so you can start to see if people are actually clicking onto it. I think that's just such a clever feature. Once you've got all of the unique review links that you're going to promote, the next thing to do is create a customized message that you can send out to all of your customers. So I'm going to type mine out now. Awesome. So when you finish with that, you can copy and paste that, then email, text, Facebook message, whatever it is, out to your customers so that you can get even more glowing reviews.
Now you're set up online and you've got your unique URL, let's get some instant reviews. How? Let's speak to past happy customers and ask them to leave a review. Dead simple. The way you can do that is email, call, put it out on social media and tell your happy customers that have used you in the past how important reviews are for a local business like yours. I tend to go with a bit of a heartfelt message and explain why supporting local businesses is so important. People do really respond to this. One other thing I've tried is making a video where I explain to all of my customers how important local reviews are and posting it out on social media. I can't believe what great responses you can get from these. People are so up for supporting their local business and their local community. So do that today and see how you get on. Another way you can get instant reviews is review other businesses that you've worked with. Other businesses are so much more aware of how important reviews are. So if you leave them a review, they're much more likely to leave you one back. It might just be that nudge that they need. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we're online and we've got a back catalogue of great reviews. But how are we going to make sure that every happy customer in the future turns into a happy review as well? We need a strategy. Okay, the first part of the strategy is super simple. What I want you to do is look at how many customers you get on average each month. Now I want you to think of a target. How many customers out of that number could you get to leave you a positive review each month? Got that number? Now, whatever that percentage is, whether it's 5% of your monthly customers, 50%, 95%, whatever it is, I want you to write it down on a post-it note and stick it up on the office wall. I know, really old school tactic, but there's so much science behind the fact that if you think of a target, then write it down and put it somewhere for everyone to see, you're much more likely to achieve that target. So go on, do that now. Okay, with our target in mind, let's create some collateral. So business cards, leaflets, that's going to tell your customers how to leave a review for your business. And make sure you include that unique URL. Now get creative with your collateral. Maybe you want to make amazing emails with GIFs in them, or videos that are really funny, or really professional looking review leaflets. Whatever it is, make sure it's memorable so that when people see that, they're much more likely to leave you a review. The next part of the strategy is to ask every customer who buys from you or has a job done by you to leave you a review. And you want to ask them in person. You cannot underestimate the power of human interaction. And when you actually say to someone, can you leave me a review? And they say yes, there's so many studies to show that they're much more likely to do it. So do make sure you're asking every person. The best time to ask for a review is when a customer is at their optimum happy level. So if they've just received your product or you've just done a job for them and you're showing it them and they're totally over the moon, that is the moment you should be asking for a review. A quick bonus tip, ask your customers whether they can mention your product or your service within the review. Bulking it out with that bit of extra content looks so much more professional and also helps SEO. So that's going to help you rank better on Google. Look at the difference of these two reviews. This second one is so much better. Aim to get reviews just like this from your customers. Next part of our strategy, I know you spoke to your customers in person, but not all of them are going to leave reviews. You want to send them a gentle reminder. With that, it could be through text, email, or give them a quick call. I think text and email work really well because you can put the actual link on there that they can easily click on and leave a review in seconds. Do remember though, to be able to email or text your clients, you're going to need their contact details. If you're not collecting these crucial bits of contact details now, start today so that you can send them follow-up review texts or emails. Okay, now you cannot incentivize customers to leave you a review. It looks unprofessional. It kind of looks like you're buying reviews, which other people might think is a bit shady, and you can actually get penalized for this, so don't do it. However, you can incentivize your employees to try and get a lot of good reviews. How can you do that? The first thing is explain to your employees why reviews are so important. Make sure the whole team knows that reviews equals future business, which equals job security for everyone and a booming business. Make sure everyone knows that and they know the targets that you've set month on month. Also, reward great reviews. If your employees are consistently getting great reviews, let the whole team know. One thing you could do is set up a group chat and make sure every time you get a positive review, you're mentioning who got it and congratulating them. People are really motivated by this sort of thing. You could also introduce rewards for the employee that gets the most good reviews, whether that's a day off, money, or a prize. Things like this are so important investing in because positive reviews are going to help you with ranking well on Google and getting more customers. So do make sure your employees know how valued they are when they do get you them good reviews. A little bonus tip is your employees can get a little bit cheeky and say to the customers, you know, we're running a competition at work and whoever gets the most good reviews gets a little Christmas bonus. Would you mind, Mrs. Smith, mentioning my name in the review? And this works really well for two reasons. Mrs. Smith is so much more likely to leave you a review because they've asked for it and they know there's a little something in it for the person that's done a fantastic job. And your reviews are going to sound so much more personalised if they've got an employee's name in them. The last part of your review strategy is make sure when you get them reviews, whether they're good or bad, that you're replying to them. The bad ones, when you reply to them, kind of soften the blow for when future people read them, because you're able to explain yourself and also just sound like you're a company that cares. The good reviews also reply to these too. They're going to help SEO and they're going to encourage more people to leave reviews because they see it as another element of a company engaging with the person. So people are going to think, oh, I'm going to leave a review too because you get a reply. Honestly, it'll work. Also, I've seen so many cases where a business has replied to a negative review, put something right, and this has been converted into a positive review and a happy customer. So reply to the reviews. What have you got to lose? Thank you for staying to the end of this video. As promised, I said I'd give you a little goodie that's going to save you some time, money, and get you more reviews. And it's this, a beautiful leaflet that you can totally customize in just a few minutes. Add your logo, your unique URL, and print it off, and you can send it out to all your customers. That saves you the time and the cost of finding a graphic designer, and it's ready to go right now. If you want this leaflet, head to this URL. Here you can download it, and we'll send you the instructions on how to customize it in just a few minutes. So start printing that off. I know you can get some good reviews by handing that out. Ooh, one little tip. What I've found really works as an effective way for getting more reviews is when you print out this leaflet and go to hand it to a customer, quickly get out your pen and say, ooh, I'll just write my name on it, and write your name, Steve, and say, there's my name if you wouldn't mind mentioning me in a review. I don't know why, but defacing your leaflet with your name seems to encourage even more people to leave you a review. Maybe it's that people get a bit embarrassed if they forgot your name after you've done a fantastic job, so they don't leave you a review. This is just that extra little reminder and nudge, and seems to work an absolute charm. So print off the leaflet by heading to this URL, and when you do hand it out to your customers, remember to scribble your name on the top right hand corner before you give it out to them. Thank you so much for watching. Now what I want you to do is remember that number you set, the target of how many positive reviews you're going to get next month. I want you to comment below and tell me what it is. That way it's out in the open and you're so much more likely to achieve that target. And we can all hold each other accountable and make sure that we're getting fantastic reviews for our business. If you found this video useful, amazing! Why don't you subscribe to our channel and you'll be the first to know about all the amazing marketing tips we share to help your business grow. And if you know any other business owners that would benefit from this video, share them in on it. Don't keep all these amazing secrets to yourself. Make sure your friends know all about our tips. I'm looking forward to seeing your positive reviews, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey there! Do you see the little Digitool logo just below me? Hover over that to subscribe to our channel. Then you'll be the first to know about all the amazing marketing tips we share to help you win more work. Ooh, also, I've picked out a video just for you that I think you'll enjoy watching next. See you in the next video.